Hey guys, this is Einmusik from Berlin, Germany, and you are watching Toasted.
Einmusik, welcome to Amsterdam.
Thank you.
It's been really good. You just told me for you ADE this year.
Yes, it was a quick ADE, just like two and a half days or something. And till now, I got so much really amazing and positive feedback about my label and about what I'm doing at the moment, actually recently the last years and so on. So it was like, I'm really proud what's happening now.
And when you told me just now before the camera was rolling, I said, yes, of course people are really positive about what you do because you do amazing stuff.
Yeah, but you know, like I'm doing this already like for 12 years with this Einmusik project, and the label is now like 8 years old, Einmusik, and the Ein 2 is like now like 1.5 or 2 nearly or something. So I didn't force it so much that everything's going to be on a finish on a quick way, so I took my time, like I knew it already, like from the business side, that this is the best way, that the time is coming soon, like only matter of time. So and this is what's going on at the moment, like everything's coming together. We are getting amazing feedback from around the world.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's a bit, it's a really good feeling. I didn't expect it in that, impressive resonance.
Because I mean, could you give me an example? Like, is there something outstanding that you said, wow, I never expected this to happen?
No, it's like when we had all these meetings, like during the day, the last days, like we met people like from, I don't know, San Francisco, from London, from Paris, from South America, wherever, from Australia. And all of them are like telling me like, dude, everybody is talking at the moment just about your label, you and your label, like it's really on a high level and everything. And I didn't have, to be honest, I didn't have this specific feeling about it. I knew that, like that we are doing a good job, but it was really, I'm honored, like that everything's coming together now, like doesn't matter from where in the world.
When you played the living room gig for us last year,
Yes.
Which was an amazing thing.
Yes, it was really great. I'm still remembering it because I didn't know last year what to expect, to be honest, so I was like, yeah, let's do this, and it was really charming. I really liked it.
We got a lot of feedback from that as well, and people were like, how is it possible that I didn't hear of Einmusik before? And why isn't he like the most world famous DJ right now? Because his music is fantastic.
Yeah, but, to be honest, it took a while to find the. I didn't force it so much, like with money or whatever. I never had like, or I never spent like thousands of money to make like a product like me or my music like more public or whatever. So and it took a while to find as well like right partners, like good management and as well this team thing is as well so much important, especially around this label, and to have your back free, that you have good people to work with you in the same direction so you can focus, and maybe this is And to be honest, I like it as well. I liked it as well, but to be a bit underrated. Now I was a bit more concentrating really on the production side, so like really like spending days, hours, weeks, I don't know, like really producing, forming your skills and whatever, like making everything better next time, better and better, but to prove yourself every time. So I spent more energy on this than on this making everything like crazy public, like I'm a crazy DJ or whatever. I don't mind so much about this, so maybe that's why some people don't know me yet or whatever, but in the end I don't care.
Well, I think in the end it will change because, I mean, apparently things are picking up and I always think quality does prevail.
Yes, on the long-term distance, but on the short, sometimes, especially like younger people that I'm guiding at the moment as well with my label, they are sometimes a bit disappointed, like I think I was it as well, like that things need sometimes a bit longer than expected. Mostly, it takes longer. But if you're passing this through, then everything's on a really good way. And like after 5 years, 6 years, and if you're still doing good music and everything on a constantly high level, for the scene, then the scene is like, oh, great, this guy is still here, cool. It's not like a 2 years hype or whatever. Like some DJs are like from everybody like hyped, and after 2 years nobody is taking care anymore. Like. So and I'm doing this already like with Einmusik like for 12 years now, whatever. So I'm constantly doing my output, and yeah, I think that's the better way, So and sometimes you need a bit longer with this.
What I also think is what is a really strong point of view is that you're not associated to a famous quote-unquote label. It's like a lot of DJs are. They get signed by, I don't know, Dynamic, and and then on the top of Dynamic they will grow. They'll be part of this dynamic scene. But you are your own man, basically.
Yeah, to be honest, for example, like with the example of Dynamic, like I grew up with them in Hamburg. I'm originally from Hamburg. I'm living now like 7-8 years or whatever in Berlin. But before I grew up with them as well in Hamburg, so I know all of them, and as well, like in Hamburg, there were some groups like for example, the Smallville group or whatever. There are a lot of different small music communities. So and I know them. I know all of them. And I'm good with all of them. I'm a good friend. But I when you're younger, you try to be part of something. But if you're honest with yourself, then you sometimes like decide, okay, this is not my thing. And in the end, it came like this, that I was like, okay, to be honest with me and my music, I'm here alone, kind of, So, and the only chance to go this way is to build up everything by your own, like with a label, with a nice team, to push everything with you, with your name, with your attitude and your opinion of the music and everything. And yeah, and it's taking a while, and I think now we're in a good way.
You are making music. Of course, I delved into everything you post online. There's definitely studio time for you. You did release 2 remixes as well, Eating Snow and another one. So you are, next to touring, also producing music.
Yeah, I to be honest, I reduced a bit my partying attitude. I would describe it like this bit, maybe. Already like few years ago, like maybe 3 or 4 years already, not like strict or something, like straight edge. Maybe this is a bit too much, But I reduced it to keep the energy for the next week, because at the moment I'm so crazy scheduled with everything, Like I'm having a lot of 3-4 shows a week, like so, and I'm having a radio show which need to be prepared on Monday, like on Ibiza Global Radio, like my weekly radio show. Additionally, like although I'm doing just all 3 weeks, but in between I had to introduce the guest mixes as well, and so it's still preparation time. So on the rest of time of the week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, maybe like something like this, it's really I'm sitting in the studio and really try to be productive, which is sometimes bit hard. Yeah, totally. But I'm doing this already. I'm producing already like 20 years. Like so. It is possible. It is. I think you can do it for a while. Like really following a hard schedule. At the moment, I'm good. I'm not drinking so much alcohol. I'm not taking drugs or whatever. I stopped smoking, so my body is a bit balanced. So and I try to keep that alive. So my energy is still alive for the next week's production. time, you know. So this is because I'm not the guy who's producing like in plane or whatever, you know. I like to have my calm, good surroundings in my studio, so I need to have that to be focused in music. And yeah, so that's how I'm managing, you know, this really tough schedule at the moment.
Cool thing from like also Steve Reich and probably also Brian Eno is if you listen to all the early stuff, which was really weird back in the 80s and 70s, that it became
Philip Glass or something. Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
actually who are both on the ADE today.
really?
Yeah, they're playing today even.
Ah, crazy! I didn't see it. Yeah.
But my point is, I mean, that music was so extreme like 20 years ago, and now if you listen to it, it goes, yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's now. I think, you know, maybe they were before as well, like on maybe more on the way of searching for their own sound. You know, if you're doing like classical music or whatever, you know, like really composed music. You know, if you're producing really in your studio, you can try a lot in a short distance, you know, like in short time, you know, like, okay, this cool, this not. Like over some years, you are having already kind of niche of your music, you know. And maybe if you're doing this with an orchestra or whatever, it maybe takes a bit longer. And like guys like Steve Reich, now they are developed, you know. And that's why the sound is, the music or their sound is a bit more like, stable or whatever.
Could you actually work with I mean, it would be interesting if you could work with a bunch of classical musicians or an orchestra.
Yeah, to be honest, of course, you know, it would be always a challenge and always interesting. But at the moment, to be honest, they are coming up like really cheap combos, doing like with like poshy, housey things with orchestra. So at the moment, it's like, oh no, okay, this is not, you know, this is not what I'm feeling within making music with an orchestra. You know, it's just the pop version of it. You know, like, but the cheap pop version of it. So at the moment, maybe later, maybe in 10 years or whatever.
If I want to be released on your label, how should I approach this? Make like get in touch with you, send you some music, but keep it short.
Yes. Yeah, we are having like for each label we're having certain kind of email addresses, and I'm having assistants who are pre-selecting like bits. I would say like 50% are like maybe not what I like to hear, you know, and the rest is maybe like cool, you know, like, and they are sorting it already in context, you know, in relation to the labels, you know, and I would say like the best 30% of the demos or whatever, you know, which is still really a lot, you know. We are listening all 2 weeks together in a nice team listen in my studio, like with like 4 people. And then we decide together. It's not only my decision. Of course, it's a bit matter of my taste, but I'm trusting as well my team, you know, because sometimes you're as well in a different mood of, you know, and you don't see maybe a good song or whatever, and then it's good to have people around you. Yeah, exactly. And the combination of our tastes are really good at the moment.
Talking about your music, will there be more of your music coming out soon?
Yes. Like I said already before, next year is a big album again coming.
How many tracks? Will it be on vinyl?
To be honest, there are not exact plans, but I think it will be out on all available formats. But I'm still not pretty sure because, you know, like vinyl is really edgy. Yeah, but we will see, you know. But yeah, and a few EPs are coming in between till then. A few remixes. Still, there are a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of things in the pipeline. Some is not finished yet. Some is still on a working progress, and some are still on the requests phase. You know, like so. In the end,
But around what time will you release the album? What do you think? It's going to be summer, or is it going to be
in early summer? I think like end of April or something.